All right, hey class. Today I'm here with my buddy Cliff Mautner from Philadelphia, and I just wanted to have him on because he's an awesome photographer and an awesome businessman, and that's what we're all about here at the B School. So say hi, Cliff.
How's everyone doing?
Right on, dude. Well, listen, I wanted to have you on. We're going to have you on multiple times because there's so much I want to chat with you, but we only have a couple minutes today. I'm going to ask you two questions. First of all, I'm always looking for that nice, soft, buttery light when I shoot my portraits. I want that just creamy, creamy light. And you seem to go out of your way to find the bad light, and you work it so well, and I want you to just talk about that a little bit.
No problem. Yeah, one of the things I have been known for is sort of how to turn bad light into that good light. It sort of evolved back several years ago, maybe around 2000, 2001. I got hit over the head with the realization that as wedding photographers, we don't get to choose our times of day. We don't get to choose when we do the portrait session between bride and groom. We sometimes don't get to choose even our locations for our portrait sessions, depending upon the schedule of the day. And I was so tired of running for the open shade, I felt like I needed to learn something, and I needed to do something a little bit different. So out of necessity, if nothing else, it was more a matter of trying to deal with that bad light. And in doing so, it's sort of evolved into a style for me where I actually do seek out that harsh light. In fact, it's often that a videographer will say to me on those overcast days, they'll say, "Hey, great light, right?" And I'm like, "For who?"
Yeah.
Not for me. I want that. And we, at 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock in the afternoon in July, I mean, that's difficult. And by doing what I do, I've sort of created my own style for myself. The best way for your students to embrace this type of situation, it's a basic formula. If you keep your subject between you and the sun, and at times find something as a scrim, like a tree, or even your assistant, putting them in front of you, so that sun doesn't come in and directly flare your lens. Hey, flare's good sometimes, but sometimes you want to do without it. So if you have a clear shot to your subject, and that subject is between you and the sun, you're going to get this beautiful rim light, this wonderful, wonderful quality of light, and you've just turned that bad light into that good light. It's not a secret. It's really simple to do. You might need to make some exposure adjustments. You might need to go on the plus side with your compensation mode or something of that sort, but it's really rewarding once you can take that 1 o'clock or that 2 o'clock afternoon light, and what you're doing, instead of making a flat photo, with that harsh light, you're creating texture, dimension, and mood with that light, and it's going to allow you to do things that you haven't been able to do before. And if you're in a situation where you have a lot of photographers around you, you're going to be in the spot that they're not.
Right.
Because they're looking for that open shade using their flash.
That's awesome, dude, and I love it. And your photos, they always seem to have a lot of depth, and again, I absolutely love it. And the second thing I want to talk about, I know we spoke at that seminar in San Francisco a couple years ago, and we had a lot of conversations. Yep. We were also at Chicago, DWFU and stuff like that. But yeah, I wanted to talk. You also work it as good as anybody I know with the wedding coordinators and the vendors, and you're always hooking them up, and you plug them on your blog. And just tell me about your relationships with the other wedding professionals.
Well, this business is all about relationships, and the single most important aspect of what I try to do from a business standpoint is, number one, cultivate these relationships, maintain these relationships, and try to cultivate new ones. As we know, and as you know, just because the catering director at the Four Seasons has been there for 3 or 4 years, that doesn't mean he's not going to leave there. And nothing is more irritating than working a relationship and then having that person fly the coop. So if you treat the hotel as an entity and not just the individual, it tends to work out a little bit better. For example, when I do an album for a property, I do it in such a way that showcases the property for them, not just showcasing my work. It's not about us, and the truth is that venue could care less about me. They don't give a rat's ass about me. They care about showing off their property and selling $250 a plate.
Absolutely,
and
absolutely.
That's the main thing. If the photographers can keep that in mind and take that approach, that property is going to embrace them as well. Help them
win-win.
Become a business partner.
Yep, absolutely.
And we're not just vendors.
Right on, Will. Hey, man, thanks again so much for your time. Again, I know you got a couple workshops coming up. People can read about it below. And I'm still trying to get my big picture tool together, and I want to host it at your studio, and I want to do it during baseball season, so maybe I'll see you in September.
Mi casa, su casa, babe.
All right, bro. Take it easy. Thanks a lot.
Take care, big. Thanks a lot.